forget everything that you know about how to make 100K per month. I'm going to tell you the actual real story of an entrepreneur that is actually trying to do that to become what is called a true millionaire, because 100K per month equal to about 1.2 million per year, which I believe is about what the minimum requirement to be able to call yourself a true millionaire. A true millionaire is mainly, in my opinion, the one that earn 1 million per year, not someone that is worth 1 million. That's kind of where I put myself here. But yeah, I want to talk a little bit of the reality of what it is to do that, rather than having, because the things that you hear online are mostly people that is or lie about the achievements that they are making, or make it seem it's easy, where either they have been lucky and so they don't really understand what they have done. So I believe there is a very big lack of genuine transparency when it comes to sharing the journey of entrepreneurship online. And so that's something that I want to change, and by sharing my path of trying to build a successful online business to reach my goal of becoming a true millionaire. Anyway, let's get to it. So last year, what I did is actually I started working on, actually, that's the kind of funny thing when you start being an entrepreneur. You have one idea of one thing you want to do, then you get started, and that's like the saying, everyone have a plan until they get punched in the face. That's kind of the reality of it here. And so my idea was, okay, so the reason I want to earn a lot of money is because I'm an athlete, I'm a golfer, and I want to become a professional player. But to do that, I need kind of a lot of money to sustain that until I actually, being a golfer, earn me money. And so I want to build an online business that allow me to travel. So I need to be able to work everywhere in the world, because as a golfer, you're working everywhere. You're kind of traveling a lot to play competition and so on. And so I need the freedom of being able to go everywhere. So I started with the idea, okay, you know what, maybe since the education space is booming and so on, maybe I can create a course, and start my entrepreneur journey by selling courses, building a YouTube channel, like a lot of people are doing. You know what? Why not? Let's get to it. And so I was on that road, starting to my journey as an entrepreneur. And since I decided, okay, I'm very serious about it, I started creating. I don't know in your country what it means, but I basically lay out the structure for the company on term with. I saw a lawyer, I set up everything, I pay for the registration in my government and so on. And I get my company name and so on, and now I'm the CEO of my company. Okay, that's fine. I'm getting started. I'm a CEO of absolutely nothing. Yes, because just on paper, my company is not doing anything. I'm not earning any money, but I'm a CEO. You know what? That's a first beginning that is interesting. So that was kind of the first step. And first, I want to say that, okay, even though on paper that sounds great, well, if you're not making money, that in hindsight, that wasn't that good of an idea, because what happened, I'm going to explain all it in detail, but I pretty much didn't make any money or even finish any product during the first year. My first year, so that was 2024, I started and I worked, and so I just worked on product and so on, and so maybe I did a lot of mistakes also, and we are going to talk about that. But so since nothing was ready to go, in hindsight, building the structure for the company and so on wasn't that much of a priority, given how much money it cost me. It cost me about, I believe, and I could have put less money down, but the capital for the company was that I put is about 5K. And then you have the accountant that you need to pay, and this is about 800 euro every quarters. And so you have that 5K, then about 800 times 4, I believe. So yeah, just basic expense that I had to pay for absolutely no reason. Since the first year I didn't make any money and I didn't even need that structure in the first place. So that's kind of the reality of getting started and fucking things up right from the get-go. Anyway, I have been I have quite a lot of money on the side, so that's not that an issue. I mean, that's a little bit of an issue because when I say I have quite a lot, I have enough money to sustain myself for another year. So I'm not broke yet, but it starts hurting a little. So first year, yeah, that was mainly about that. I could have saved a lot of money just by actually not doing those things. But every bit of money that I have invested, once I start making money, I will be able to get it back, because that's kind of when you're setting up a structure for the company, you're kind of loading the money to your company, and so when the company starts earning money, you can get it back. So it's not lost money, but as long as the company doesn't, the structure doesn't make money, I cannot get it back. So as far as I'm concerned, for now, I've lost money. Anyway, so that was kind of the idea of getting started, of building a course and so on. And as I was doing that, I realized how difficult that is to get started. There is so much software that you need to subscribe to. Just creating a course is complex. It's not as straightforward, especially when you have high standard like me. You want to do great and do great job, and you overthink everything, and so it takes a lot of time. And I realized that's not even the course, that's also just the infrastructure or setting up everything that you need and to get started. And I realized, oh, you know what? If that's the case for me, that's probably the case for everyone. And that's when I started getting off track. And that's something that Alex Hormozy talked a lot about, the woman in the red dress. Because if I kind of stuck to the initial idea, at this point, I will have a course, a little bit of an audience in golf, and maybe already start making a little bit of money. That would have been what it is if I had just stick to my initial plan. But I didn't. I got distracted by the woman in the red dress, and I started working on an app which aimed to automate online business and make it easy to get started as an online entrepreneur. So that's a good idea. Okay, that's something. I have faced a lot of issue getting started. There is probably a lot of people that are facing the same issue. But here is the deal. I focused on a massive problem. And that's the next mistake I made. Because by focusing on a massive problem, what you don't really understand, when you're getting started, you're euphoric. You think, oh, this is awesome, this idea is awesome, this is going to bring ton of value. But with massive problem come massive amount of work to actually solve that problem. And so that kind of where I started, so working on my app. For the remaining of the 2024. And so I moved forward. I mean, it's not like I have done nothing, but it's just that I was focusing on a massive problem. And so I had so many things to work on that I was moving, and especially because I have this big vision of everything that I wanted to get done, pretty much every single feature that I think I needed in my app in order to cover every single problem that an entrepreneur can face online. And so I had this idea, and I kind of started implementing everything, not finishing anything, but just laying out the foundation of the app so I can focus on everything as well. And this is when I realized it's going to take 3 to 5 years to just get something ready. And I mean, that's not an issue in such, it's just, that's a good idea. What I want is kind of interesting. It's powered by AI, so that's perfectly in line with but that's going to take so much time. And in that time, I need to earn money in some ways. And so that's where at the end of the year, I started thinking of the idea, instead of just, focusing on just one product and waiting until it's ready to get launched. I'm going to focus on what I call mini apps. The idea of mini apps is, okay, my app attempt to solve 1,000,000 problems. Okay, fine. And that's probably in the end what it's going to do. And I hope it's going to do a great job of it. So kind of, I'm setting myself for a long-term journey, which massive amount of growth over the long run. So that's great. That's not like I have a small idea that is going to get stuck at some point and I don't know how to grow anymore. I have an unlimited amount of growth in front of me. Okay, that's fine. But now the question is, okay, how do I actually sustain to avoid going bankrupt and just not being able to sustain my living? Because at the beginning, that was kind of, okay, I want to make more money to be able to go and do my golf journey. But now that's starting becoming more and more, okay, I kind of need money just to keep going and keep living my life, And so this idea of mini apps starting rising, where I said to myself, you know what? Okay, there is a lot of problem, but if I focus on one single problem and delivering an outstanding solution, I will have the foundation to have what I call a mini app, an app that is ready for user to use. And that I could sell, and I can sell it much faster than the big app, because this is a value proposition, because the issue with having a big app that's doing everything, that's kind of difficult to sell. You don't really know how to market it to people. They would ask you, what can I do with it? And you just say, everything, you can do everything. That's not a very good selling point. Where, on the other hand, when you focus on one specific, very small problem, and you deliver a very high value, outstanding solution, this is much easier to sell. Because first of all, since the problem is clear, small, and easy to understand for people, they can understand the value you are providing with your outstanding solution. You can, since you are focusing on a small problem and not a massive problem, you can produce it faster. And so that's kind of also the thing that I've been working over the last few weeks, is restructuring my app, the big app that I'm building, into a kind of stack of mini app, and make it as easy as I possibly can to just build more mini apps as I go, to offer kind of portfolio of mini app, and kind of having them. You can add subscription at the end. You will have the full subscription or the full app. And so another thing that I feel is interesting with that idea is, people don't necessarily have need everything that I will be building in the full app. And so by having this mini app, I can just fish people in some way, and they will use the mini app that they like. If they like the experience of the outstanding solution that I provide for each of the mini apps, then they will take a look at the other mini apps and maybe expand their subscription and so on. So that's kind of the thing I've been thinking to really convert into changing. Okay, I fucked up a lot of things. It's not that I fucked up, but I'm a beginner entrepreneur, so I make mistakes, and that's the mistake that I'm sharing. And that's where I'm going. And I believe there is a very big link to becoming a true millionaire here. Because as far as what I have learned online, generally people, when they say to generate about between 1 to 3 million of income, not profit, just income per year, this is what they call one channel, one avatar, and one product or service. So, which means, if I follow this can be just a mini app. So what I'm going to do this year, I'm not going to build probably a lot of mini app, probably just the ones that I need the most. For instance, I have the first that I'm developing is what I could just upload, which allow you to connect all your social media account and just focus on, okay, I have this piece of content, broadcast it to every account at the same time, and use AI to generate a description, tag, and so on. So that kind of the thing, because what I want to do after is kind of do another app, which is what I call clip it out, which is going to extract clip from videos and generate short. And so that then you can connect with the just upload, so you can upload a ton of shorts. Anyway, that's kind of the thing. But so I have kind of those mini apps. So that means this alone, if I want to be to understand, each mini app, if I do a great job of it, I should be able to reach about 1 to 3 million per year. Yeah, that's kind of a big deal. Actually, now I'm thinking, because as I'm saying it, I just realized what it means. But that requires what I told you, an outstanding solution. And so that's why I'm building this channel and so on. That's kind of where I'm at the moment. That's my journey. I still need to figure a lot of things out, how I'm going to get to 1 million with this. There is probably a lot of marketing and so on. But you see that this first mini app that I'm building, honestly, that I'm building it not necessarily in a way that I know it's going to be successful, or that the first mini app that I need to build to get massive results. I'm building it more in a way of checking boxes. And the boxes that I want to check is having a product, having a clear avatar, people that actually want to use it, and being clear on the channel, being able to market the app in an efficient way, because I don't know anything about marketing, how to actually do it. So I will see the result, but honestly, it doesn't really matter the result. I just want to finish a first cycle. I build a mini app, it's available, people can use it. I know what kind of people are using it, and I'm able to market it to the right people. And I have this feedback loop and start collecting data, analyzing, really start running a business rather than building it around one mini app. And since I have built the infrastructure in the main app of building mini apps and adding them, then it's going to be much easier once I have the full framework of, okay, I build a product and so on, to expand and evolve over time. But I believe that, yeah, that's kind of the idea here. I first need to make a successful cycle of building a mini app, selling it, promoting it, and so on, to make some money out of it. And then once I have this cycle that is ready, do it again with another mini app, and expanding the offer that I have of my full app, and until I reach the point where the full app is actually ready and I can actually sell the thing. So I hope that's interesting. Because I told a lot of my journey, but your journey as an entrepreneur is probably going to be the same. You're going to make some mistakes, understand some stuff, and yeah, that's kind of the thing that I'm understanding at that point in my journey, and I'm going to keep sharing those as we go. So thanks you for watching, and I'll see you next time.